Hello everyone, welcome to Papercrafting Playdate. My name is Robin Armbrecht at Really Robin Stamps. I'm so excited that you are joining me today. It is Friday, February 7th, 2025. This is episode 143 of Papercrafting Playdate. So I am super excited for you to be here today. It is actually my 25th year as a demonstrator, actually today. So I'm wishing myself a happy anniversary, and I hope you'll join me in celebrating kind of a big deal. I mean, my husband retired recently after working for 30 years, right, for the state. So it's kind of a big deal to have a job for 25 years. So anyway, I am going to make sure we're streaming and we're going to take a look at the table. We have some amazing cards to share. Wonderful. Okay, what we're going to do today is create with a 6x6 one sheet wonder, and we're going to create 4 card fronts on note cards today. So very exciting. Let's take a look at our table. And I have some happy mail, some cards from you all, and I want to share your artwork because it's amazing. So let's start with this beautiful winter card. This is from Phyllis, and she was sending me some encouragement. Look how she used the scenery paper and added the little bit of glimmer, the snowflakes, the little greeting on there. This little scallop strip looks so cute. It's very, very pretty. Phyllis, thank you so much. You are very sweet. All right, this beautiful butterfly card is from Barb. Take a minute here. I want you to see the dimension. So she popped up these 3 butterflies here, and then on that background she colored some of them. It has such great depth to it, Barb. I love looking at this. This is really cool. And it's monochromatic, so that is always really fun to make a monochromatic card. So she's got vanilla, and then this beautiful color. I don't know what color this is. This must be an older color. Or is it Berry Burst and my eyes are just playing tricks on me? It could be. It could be. So this is from Barb. This is from my demonstrator friend Mimi, and she created my 2 little new kittens using that fun little animal stamp set. One of them is orange, one of them is black and gray. She masked those beautiful kittens over this plaid background. This is some really high quality stamping here, Mimi. This is beautiful. And then she went ahead and did a little bit of a technique on her friend. Isn't that so cool? We're going to do something similar to this. I'll have to find out exactly how she did that. This is from Rocky. She made me this beautiful thank you card with all those beautiful blue snowflakes. Look at the sparkle on there. So pretty. Thank you so much, Rocky. I love the light snowflakes in the background too. Just really adds to all of that layering you have going on there. All right, this fun blueberry card is from Deanna. And you probably won't be able to see this, but it's very shimmery. The whole thing is just really beautifully shimmery. And her coloring is so pretty. She did some watercoloring there. Looks like with ink, maybe. Thank you so much, Deanna. Love the blueberries. This little tent fold here, this is from Mary Ellen. She created a little desktop calendar for me. And so it has the little tear-off calendar there, and it just sits nicely. We're already on February of 2025. This is from Cheryl. She made one of the square front, this is the square front twist card. She's encouraging me as well. Thank you so much. So fun. That was fun. That was Papercrafting Playdate 142. If you missed it, you can go back and watch. This is also from Cheryl. I sent her a card not too long ago, and it could have been a birthday card. I forget what it was, what occasion it was for, and I didn't put anything on the inside. That's how hastily I was getting it in the mail. So I don't know if she sent this back to me as a joke without anything inside, or she just wanted me to enjoy her incredible artwork. So if you look at the layers she has here, she's got embossing, she's got some stamping before she embossed, she's layering these background greenery pieces behind this focal point. This is gorgeous. Thank you, Cheryl. I love it. Hello, everyone. Say hi to your stamping friends in the chat. Whether you're joining me live today or you're going to watch this on the replay, I'm so glad you're here. But participate in the chat nonetheless. Leave me a comment after the fact. I'd love to know what you're working on and what you think about the project. So this was also from last time's Playdate. This was a square front Z fold. And this is from Julie. She's a fellow demonstrator friend. So excited I get to meet Julie officially in person next month at a Stampin' Up! Event. She's going to attend her first event. All right, look at this beautiful slider card. So it's a offset gatefold and the slider. So this comes off. This beautiful cluster of hearts. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this opens. This is from Mary. Love this. So sweet. And happy. And then here is another Valentine's Day card. This is from Linda. I love this inside, Linda, how you just added that little bit in there and used the die cuts on the inside. I mean, why not? We have the capability of putting die cuts anywhere. I just love when you're generous with them, right? And they don't just have to go on the front. So this was a couple Playdates ago. We did the quadrangle stack, cut, and shuffle. So she's got a version of that on here. So cute with those papers and patterns. All right, thank you so much. Don't forget to send your cards, not just to me. Please send them to all the people you love and care about. That is why we're doing this. Okay, so we're going to do a 6x6 one sheet wonder. We're actually going to do two of them today because one of them is inspired by a fellow demonstrator. But before, since it's beginning of February, real quick, new host code. Crazy combination of letters here, but this is the code for February. And since it's my anniversary month, I'm giving you a sheet of dimensionals and some multi-purpose glue. Thank you for sticking with me for 25 years. This is my sticky reward. And you have to use the code. You have to spend at least $50 through the course of the month. And let's see, what else? It's still celebration. So we have freebies from Stampin' Up! So you can pick a free item with every $60 that you spend. And they just added this week 11 new choices. So these are all online here. If you pull up Celebration, you can see what you can pick. These are pretty amazing, these editions. These are huge stamp sets. So these two are currently in the mini catalog. So these are brand new stamp sets. This is an alphabet die set. So if you like alphabets, this is by itself $40 some, I believe. So there's really good value here. If you like some higher priced things, you get it for free. All right. Now, I think I can stand up. Okay, so if you're going to stamp along with me today, what you need is a piece of 6x6 designer series paper, maybe two, because I'm actually going to show you two different one sheet wonders. This is what I'm using from the Timeless Plaid. And then what we're going to do is put these on 4 note cards. So the reason for this class today is because last month in January, my freebie with my code was for a card making kit, which I like to offer frequently. And in the card making kit, I'm actually sending 3 sheets of the Full of Life Designer Series paper, and then 4 note cards and envelopes, and then ribbon embellishments. Okay, so this is what you could earn last month. So you can't earn this anymore, but I wanted to show you what to do with it with this paper crafting Playdate. So that is what we're doing. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways to use the 6x6 paper for a one sheet wonder. One of them is taken straight from another demonstrator. I'm going to show you my inspiration that I got from her in just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and just fold these. So these are note card sized. Hey, Wendy. Thank you so much, everyone, for the anniversary wishes. It blows my mind that it has been 25 years. I signed up during celebration, just like it is right now. I think back 25 years ago, I think the Stampin' Kit was $125 and instead of $99. And I got, I think, 4 extra celebration stamp sets. Maybe. I think that was part of the deal back then. I don't remember what the deal was. And my youngest son he had just turned 3 months old. And I was like, I think I need to get out of the house a little bit, maybe. And also I wanted to get all my products at a discount. That was all I wanted, was to be able to kind of maybe do a party with my friends every once in a while, earn some free product, and then buy at a discount. So that was why I signed up. And I can't even tell you how many blessings have occurred because of the people I have met through getting together with Stampin' Up. It's just amazing. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my journey, because it's just been so fun. All right, this is my inspiration from Linda. It's Linda Dulkey. She's an Australian demonstrator, and this was on her Facebook page. And look at these gorgeous cards. So she used one of the pieces of Full of Life, and I couldn't directly find the directions, but I did eventually find her video where she put together these cards. And so I've linked it in the description box if you want to go watch her. Linda is extremely talented and quite the artist. She likes to do a lot of scene stamping, and I really enjoy watching her. So I recommend go watch her for sure. So let me show you how to put together hers, okay? And then I'm going to show you the one that I created for this class today. All right, so this is Linda's. Let me zoom in a little bit. And hers is nice and easy, as is mine. Okay, so I'm going to use Timeless Plaid for both versions. And so this is a new package of Designer Series paper that just was released in January, and it's 6x6 size, so it's perfect for our little project. You get 12 different double-sided designs with this pack of paper. Lots of beautiful masculine colors, spring colors, so flexible. So I picked this one. Now Linda's one sheet wonder only uses one side. So this is perfect if you have just one-sided Designer Series paper, or if you really only like one side, okay? So we're gonna focus on this plaid side. So these dark lines here are where you make your first cuts. So the first cut is right down the center at 3 inches, okay? And then we're gonna take I'll just turn it so you can see. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to cut at 4.5, which leaves 1.5. Okay, that's that and that. And then this one gets cut again at 3. And so you get 2 3-inch squares. Okay, so this is the first step for Linda's One Sheet Wonder. Now we're going to take those, and the smaller dotted lines are how you're going to cut them in half. Okay, so this is just creating 4 squares out of the 1 square. This is a 3-inch square, which means we're cutting at 1.5. So I'm going to cut at 1.5 here, turn it, and cut at 1.5. Okay, this square gets cut diagonally, but not corner to corner, kind of an offset. Okay, so you can measure this if you want to. It's about 3/4 of an inch down. I like to just start at the corners and then just give it a little twist to the left or counterclockwise. And then chop that. Okay, this one right here, Linda actually kept hers solid, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it because that's what we're doing. It kind of gets you to the same place. So I'm just cutting these into 1/2-inch strips. This is 1.5 inches wide, so perfectly goes into 3. And then the last one has these diagonal cuts, but we're going to cut it in half first. So this is 4.5. So we're going to cut it in half at 2 1/4. And then each one of these gets cut similarly to this piece here, where we're just going to, it's about 1/2 inch from each corner. Same, and you do exactly the same. Okay, now we'll do some gluing here. So the first one are these 4 squares. And hi, Debbie. She's in Calgary and it's cold. The sun always helps in the winter. I agree. Okay, so you can put these as close together as you want. I'm just leaving a border around the outside. So adding 4 squares like this is always very appealing, because it just draws your eye in to whatever you're going to put on those squares. Looks so pretty. Okay, I think what I forgot to share. So what I'm using is the package of basic white note cards and envelopes. These come just like this in a pack of 20. So you get 20 cards, 20 envelopes, and a note card is smaller than our regular invitation size card. The actual card is 5 by 7. So you can cut this out of cardstock. You can just make a smaller card. But then you don't have the smaller envelope necessarily. So I kind of just like to use these little note cards that come this way because they're already cut and scored. So this is an A1 size for the note card. Okay, so that was number 1. So number 2, we're just going to split that. So I'm just leaving about a 1/4 inch border around. So this is 3.5 across. So it's perfect where we have got this 3-inch square like that. Okay, then this next set uses all these fun angles, and you're just going to separate them from top to bottom like that. So I usually start, when I have something like this, I'm going to start at the top and the bottom and then work my way to the middle. That way it'll help me space them. Okay, I'm going to straighten these back out. Okay, and the last one uses these 3 little strips here. So if you don't put them into strips and you leave it like Linda's, then you can just kind of stick this little rectangle, kind of center it or put it off to the side. And it just makes a nice little place to add a focal point. So I'm going to stagger these like that. Okay. All right, so this is how Linda Dalkey's One Sheet Wonder comes together. So you can see, right, where you can just plop on some greetings and you're good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep us moving here and we're gonna switch over to mine. So now that you just kind of see the basics, I'm not gonna finish these just yet. I will show them to you finished, but I want you to see back to back how we're gonna cut my One Sheet Wonder a little differently for more ideas. Okay, so, and you can mix and match these too, right? You can kind of pick your favorite. So this is my second piece of designer series paper. Now this one, I wanted to make sure that the back side coordinated with the front side, because it's important. We're gonna, mine, you're going to flip and you're going to use both sides. Okay, I think my video streaming live is having some issues, so I'm just gonna keep going and we'll see what happens. Okay, so make sure when you do mine that you have a piece of paper where you like both sides together, because that's how it's going to look the best. So the first thing you're going to do, let's put this over here like I did before. Okay, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to cut it in half at 3 inches, just like the first one. Okay, I'm going to turn this again so you can see it. The second cut is exactly the same. You're going to cut it at 4.5. Okay, so you're gonna leave those like that. And then this first cut is exactly the same at 3 inches as well. Okay, so that's how we're going to start that out, is it starts exactly the same. So now we're going to do the smaller dotted, okay, and we're going to put these cards together. So you can go ahead and do the same, cut that into squares, or you can try something else like cutting off the corners. I'm going to cut off the corner here, and this is about 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the side. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of eyeball this down 1 inch here and 1 inch here, and I'm actually going to use these lines on my paper cutter. So I'm going to put my 2 points on this line here. That's going to make sure I get it straight. And I'm just going to move it over until I've got about 1 inch where I want that. And then I'm going to cut that off. Okay, so what we're going to do is flip this. This is why you want to like both sides. Okay, so you're going to put that together a little bit differently. Okay, for this one, you're going to take off 3/2 inches. This is actually the same little card. Okay, so we've got our 3/2 inch strips here. And then we have a piece that's 1.5 by 3. All right, on this one, this 4.5 inch by 3 piece, we're going to cut off 1 inch. Okay, and you can see I'm actually going to use these on 2 different cards. So this would be on card 2, card 3. And then this one right here is on card 2. All right, so let me show you how these get put together. So I have my 4 note cards. Okay, so this is going to be card 1. So we can have a nice little square there. Okay, card 2 is going to use this piece. And then this piece down here, which you can flip. Now, if depending on the pattern that you have for your designer series paper, if it has a direction to it, this piece, and this piece are all technically the same size. They're all 1.5 by 3. So if your pattern works better, you can choose one or the other for this particular card. Okay, so that one's going to go together like that. And then card 3 uses these 2 pieces. And so this is going to be like that. And then the last one is the same. And you can flip these or you can use them all the same. Okay, so it just kind of changes the look of it when you add the back side. All right, so before I glue these down though, we're going to do just some background stamping on our cards. And so I've brought out some of my new favorite stamp sets to play with. These are all online exclusives that were just released in January. One is Elements of Text and Kiss of Texture. And so there are no dies or anything that come with these. They're just straight up stamp sets. And they are kind of bringing back a lot of an old school technique of the kissing technique, and then just our beautiful, we love to put script in the background. This one's just a great stamp set for backgrounds and collaging. And so I thought I would use these to create these cards. So let's get out our elements of text here. And let's just add some backgrounds. So the colors in this particular piece of plaid paper are boho blue and calypso coral. And petal pink. So I have those same ink pads. All right, so for this background here, this is the card that has the 1/2-inch strips. Okay, I'm just going to put this nice big circle behind our strips. Okay, let me open this flat here. Isn't that fun? I could do that all day long. And then I'm going to take one of the splatter stamps in the calypso coral. And we'll just add some splatters in there. And then with a blending brush in the petal pink, I'm just going to add a little bit on the background here. So this is just going to take the basic design of the One Sheet Wonder, and we're just going to add some stamping to it. So I'm still going to stagger these. Just like I did on the first template. And I'm going to flip one of them so we see both sides. Okay. So now let's put this one together. We're going to do kind of the same thing. We're going to add some background. And this time I'm going to do it in blue. So these are going to sit over here, kind of in the corner. And so I'm going to just kind of put this peeking out. And then I'm going to, without inking it again, I'm just going to repeat stamp it a couple times just to get a shadow on there. Add some of the orange. And some of the petal pink. And now let's attach. So these can go either way, because you just want one with one color and one with the other. So it doesn't really matter, whatever you like. You can make a little angle Okay. So this one, so again, you're going to use both pieces so you can decide which one you want more showing. And we'll also add a background here. I'm going to use the other scripty words here. So you can kind of see on the note card size, these pieces are kind of designed to just nest onto that 3.5 by 5 inch front. You could use regular cards, regular invitation size card fronts for this as well. They're just going to fit a little bit. It'll, look a little smaller. Okay, so there's number, well, now I've lost track. I guess this is technically card number 2. This is card number 3, card number 4. This is card number 1, according to my pattern. As always, and I always forget to share, this is actually going to be part of a PDF that you can download and use while you're creating, so you'll have all the directions and dimensions. And we'll just tuck that corner right back in there. Like that. Oops, I was going to do some stamping on there. Okay, we're just going to do that on the bottom. No problem. Take this cute little guy here. Yes, Mary, that's a great question. You can mail the note cards. They're not too small to mail. These are kind of the size of, like, if you get like thank you notes as part of a birthday like decoration ensemble, this is the size. It's 3.5 by 5 is the closed size. All right, so we've got our cards. We've got some fun backgrounds on there just to make it a little more interesting. And so now what we're going to do is put our greetings on, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you the samples and the side by side with our first one. Okay, so let's bring in this other stamp set here called Kiss of Texture. We're going to do the kissing technique. So this is kind of a neat throwback. So we've got 3 solid shapes and then 3 just background designs. And so you can use them all separately or you can put them together with the kissing technique. So let's do the kissing technique. In case you're new to that, it's so simple. You can do it with any kind of texture stamp. So what you're going to do is you're going to layer the ink onto one of the solid images before you stamp it. And that's going to be the how it's going to make the shape look like it has texture. So the first thing I'm going to do is ink boho blue with my solid shape. And I'm going to stamp it off once. I'm going to just use one color. So this will be a piece. Actually, why don't we stamp it on our envelopes? So you can save it for later. Actually, now that put a line on my stamp. Okay, I'm going to just show you on paper here. Okay, so you're going to stamp it off once on scratch paper or regular paper. I'm going to put it on my basic white because I can cut this out and I can still use that. Now, before I stamp that, I'm going to take one of the texture stamps and ink it in the boho blue as well. And then I'm going to stamp it or kiss it onto the other image. So now you can see this has that decoration, the floral decoration stamped on it. And then when you ink it, so I'm getting a lighter value because I stamped half of the ink off. And so I have this nice, lightly textured background stamp. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again with the square. So I'm going to stamp the square off once to get a lighter value. Okay, and then we're going to take this wood grain. I'm going to ink it in the boho blue. Stamp it on my block. And then I get this beautiful textured square. And let's do this shape here, this little tag. Since this one's way bigger, I'm going to do it opposite direction. You can do it either way. Okay, so now we've got these fun little like rainbow shapes, little U shapes on there. So we have 4 cards though, so let's do one more. Let's do another circle. So I'm going to stamp that off. Okay, so instead of using one of the ones from that stamp set, I'm going to go ahead and use the script from the other stamp set. Okay, it's a background now. It's going to be backwards. Okay, the writing is because we did the kissing technique. But we're just using this as a background. All right, let's move our stamps here. And then we're going to cut these out. So you can cut them out by hand, but these shapes actually coordinate with the dies from Stylish Shapes. Is that what they're called? Yes, Stylish Shapes. So we are going to use them. So if you already have this amazing little die set, here's another way to use it. All right, so one of the circles in the Stylish Shapes will cut it such that you have a nice little white border. And then same with the square, or you can use this size here, which will cut it just a little smaller. So you've got some options. Of course I put this in the... Oh, okay. Okay, we'll save those. Okay, so just so you can see these sizes again, I used 2 of the circles and 1 of those. So it's just kind of handy when you've got extra things to do with a set you already love. Okay, let's finish these cards. So I'm going to take just a basic greeting stamp set, one of my favorites, Simply Said. Oh, Annie, first time seeing the kissing technique. That's exciting. but someone asked about my glue holder. This is from the Country Hive, and she has some of these fun little glue holders, and I was gifted this for my birthday, little cupcake, but she has a bunch of different ones that will fit in your liquid glue, different colors. So much fun. Okay, let's add these to our cards. So we've got some nice little decorative. Yeah, Lisa, I like these too. It's like you put two circles together, right? So just because we can, and we're going to add in some leaves from our very favorite bow punch. So we'll just put all these colors together for our little focal points here. So these will pop up. Okay, so I'm going to put the square here. And we'll put this little banner right here. Like that. You can just stick these under. Right. All right, I have a bunch of samples to share. And then I'm gonna show you what Linda's cards look like finished. Susan, I'm glad you were able to catch me live today. Thank you so much for your comment. She watched 119 this morning. I wonder what 119 was. So these can go anywhere, right? You can just add that little bit of pop. Your colors. So now we've got those all together. Last but not least, we'll add in some embellishments. Put them kind of around the outside. Of the the popped up greeting. This one could go here though. That would look cute. Just kind of thinking in like a long, skinny triangle. Put that up there. Okay, now they're done. Okay, so let's see if you can see them up close here. So with just a little bit of background stamping and a little bit of a focal point, kind of adds more interest. Okay, so let's go back to, let's see. So this is how mine were numbered, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is Linda's, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me show you now with another amazing stamp set. This is a brand new stamp set called With You in Mind. This is from $1 Million Sales Achiever Julie Davison. This is in the mini catalog. So if you like a great set of large greetings, this is your set right here. $20, no dies, just straight up stamping. So I took that and I used those little images and cut them out, and it's just perfect for these note cards. Okay, see how that finishes them off with just a little something, right? All right, so here is a version with the same stamp set, but this is my version of the One Sheet Wonder. This is the piece of Full of Life, like what came in the kit, where you use both sides. Okay, so you just need to put a simple greeting on these. Now, one of the things that I added to Linda's, just to give it a little bit more if you wanted, is to add a piece of coordinating cardstock coloring behind where you put the pieces. Okay, so this is all on the PDF. You can find the sizes. So this is just making another little square. Adding some cardstock behind these two pieces here, and again here, and then keeping those together like a rectangle. Okay, so you can let's say you think like, oh, this is kind of plain, I don't really enjoy that, then you can add some to it. This also works with either of these. Work with the scenery paper. So this is from the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you've lost your mother. Yes, my heart is with you. Okay, here's another set with the paper behind them, the cardstock paper. So this one's very monochromatic, so you can really see the patterns kind of jump out at you. This is just circles and the label punch. Okay, this is with the fruit salad designer series paper. That's one of the free items that you can earn. We've got our beautiful gingham ribbon on there. And then this was not 6x6 paper. This is the wildly flowering paper, but I just cut my own 6x6 piece. So make sure you don't forget, you can just cut your own piece of designer series paper. Again, I used the beautiful backgrounds on here, different shapes. So you've got lots and lots and lots of choices here. And how cute would it be to give a little set of these cards as a gift? So let me just move these out of the way for a second. I'm going to show you how to make this really quickly. And then I'm going to put you to work. You're going to have to give both of these templates a try. Mix and match. All right, so we're going to make this it's just a simple little holder. It's also using 6x6 paper, but you can adjust this. This is just a basic type of holder. And so what I've done is I've scored all the way around my 6x6 paper at 1 inch. Okay, I've done that on all 4 sides. Like that. So what I'm going to do first is take one of these and I'm going to fold it backwards. And this is going to be the top of our holder so that we can see both sides of the beautiful paper. So this is just 6x6. Put a 1 inch score line all the way around all 4 sides. I'm going to put one down. Okay, and then the rest of them are going to get scored the other direction to the inside. Okay, so these are going to fit together to make the box like this. Okay, so we just have to make these into little tabs at the bottom. So I'm going to cut on the score line. And on one of these, I'm just going to leave it as flaps. And then on the other one, I'm not only going to cut the flap, but I'm going to take the flap off because we don't need the extra corner. So these are going to overlap. And these are going to overlap on this side. Okay, so now we've got that. And then this is going to just get folded up like that. So I'm going to put adhesive on the tops of these two and this one. Those will go in. That will go in. That has adhesive on it. And then like that. Okay, so now we've got our little box. So let's bring back our 4 that we just created. With their 4 envelopes, which obviously you could decorate those too. And then you could even stick a little pen in there if you wanted to create something super easy like that. Let's bring back our cards. And I would love to take a minute to read the comments. All right, so this was my first little box here. This is just another version of Linda's One Sheet Wonder. I hope that you put both of these to work and mix and match the different fronts, the ones that interest you. Maybe create your own One Sheet Wonder. It's pretty fun. Okay. Does anybody have a favorite? Thank you, Deb. Annie, the finished card size is 3.5 by 5. It's made by a 5 by 7 note card size. Hi, Linda. Hi, Donna. Thank you so much for the anniversary wishes. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. All right, if you started this video on YouTube, I will upload the finished part of the recording so you can start it where you left off. Awesome. Hi, Anne. Hi, Imelda. Hey, Sarah. Okay, I hope you feel like this is pretty easy. Cutting those, the piece of 6 by 6 together is extremely easy to do. Let's bring in some of these other ones too. Love these stamp sets that I played with today. Definitely take a look at the Kiss of Texture, the elements of text with these beautiful greetings. Take a look at some of these nice basic greetings. These are perfect when you want to put together a set of cards and you have multiple greetings. All right, I appreciate so much your time today, and thanks again to Linda Dalkey for her inspiration and her One Sheet Wonder. Go take a look at her stuff. She's amazing. And until we have our next play date, I hope that you get out some paper and make some cards and get them sent in the mail so that you can add your paper sunshine to somebody's life. It really makes a difference. Thanks again. Bye.